Hello, welcome to Studio Nicole. I'm Nicole, and I'm so glad that you're here. I am going to spend a little bit of time catching up in my creative journal. This is like a memory keeping journal where I go through 1 week at a time and I collect ephemera and photos and things from my life. And I print out images from the week that, just memorable things that are going on in my life, and I memory keep. So if we take a look at some other weeks, we'll see it's just a cross between art journaling and maybe scrapbooking and junk journaling. It's a little mix of all of the above. And today I'm going to be working on the week of July 28th to August 3rd. So I'm just going to start with that. I don't want to do this, do I? Because this is a brand new month, I also want to include my little month layout. I'm going to have to do that on the right-hand page because I can't I can't put it on the left-hand page and have the tag in the right place. It'll be upside down. So this will have to go over here on this page. Even though the month actually starts in this week, I'm going to put the calendar page over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that to start. And then I'll be able to start working on this week. I don't have even though technically it is Sunday of this week, so I could fill both weeks. I don't have pictures printed for this week yet, so I'm just going to work on this week and then hopefully catch up on this one maybe later today or maybe tomorrow. That's my goal anyway. So there is July 28th through August 3rd, and I'm going to go ahead and put the August dates on this week. August 4th through August 10th. For the current week, today is August 10th. I'm going to put all my little weekly things back in this. I just have an envelope glued to the back of the book so I can keep all of my date stickers right there. All right. I'm going to just maybe speed this up a little bit and I'll voice over later what I'm doing. And then I'll do like a reveal at the end and I'll talk you through what I ended up with on the page. This gives me an opportunity to really unwind. I can listen to an audiobook and just glue and paste and not have to like perform or be on camera while I'm doing it. So that's my plan for this creative journaling because it has been a really long-standing practice for me, and it does provide a lot of like reflective time for me to think back over the previous week and what I've been doing, and just check in on my goals and my family and how things are going and what I want to be doing. And I don't know, it's just a really great reflective practice. So I'm going to just voice over later. I'm going to just do what I do. I'm going to take a little bit of time to get this stuff plugged in, and then I will check back in with you at the end and let you know sort of what I've done along the way. Okay? Hopefully that's helpful for you. You're welcome to tell me in the comments if you like this format or if you prefer something different. I'm trying to figure this out, so I'd love any feedback that you might have for me. And on that note, I'll see you in a little bit. The audiobook that I'm currently listening to is Vacation Land by John Hodgman, and I'm about 47% of the way through. So I'm hoping that I will finish it in the next day or two. I've run into a lot of like DNF books lately, so this one is moving really fast and I'm enjoying it. So that's good. I'm just going to keep on going. All right, folks, I'm back. I have put all of my images down along with the ephemera that I had collected. I didn't use a lot of extra stuff this week. I did include some stickers from these, um, oh gosh, that's a lot of glue. From these Carpe Diem sticker books. I have a couple of these that I tend to reach for a lot, so I did use some of those. I also have done all of my journaling for the week, so I just skipped over that part in the video because you don't need to watch me do all the writing. But I'll spend a few minutes going over what I've got on my page here. I started out with these 7 pictures of biking. Um, you know, my youngest son and I are starting a 100-day bike challenge, and so this is days 7 through 13. It is getting easier. I can report that the second week was easier than the first week. And now that I'm actually at the end of this week, I can say it's getting even easier, right? So we are averaging between 3 and 5 miles a day, which is, they're not long distances, but it's just the consistency of getting out. Um, I also had a wonderful day at the beach with my sister. We decided to relive our teenage years. So we went down and hung out at the beach and played in the water and collected shells. And we took some funny photo booth pictures. So these are the ones that we took right now. And we were trying to recreate these pictures from when we were, a teenager. We were teenagers. Um, so I just did some journaling about that and included some pictures. We also recreated these old-timey photos, just the one from then and now here. We had a blast. We definitely are not 13 and 14 anymore, and we had plenty of reminders of that while we were there. So we were absolutely cracking up laughing. It was a good time. It was a good day. I also have some journaling here about a newsletter that I worked on for the conservancy that I am a volunteer for. I'm on the board, actually. So I finished up their summer 2025 newsletter. I went yard sailing with one of my best friends and her mom and her kids. And so we spent the morning kind of yard sailing and thrift shopping, and we had breakfast together. It was really a nice day. And I found these. I know the picture's not super clear, but we found this little thrift shop that has all of these like profane china plates and sets, and I really want to I really want to buy some of these um maybe as Christmas presents this year. They absolutely had me cracking up laughing, so I had to include one of them there. The only other thing that I really have for this week was I have my media for the week. I didn't read as many books this week. There were 2 that I was in the middle of that ended up um, they both ended up being like a DNF. I just couldn't get into them for various reasons. So the book that I did read is on here, and I've been listening to the Lazy Genius podcast a lot because I was reading 2 books that didn't really draw me in. So if I was not really feeling one of those books, I would just switch to the podcast because it's an easy listen. Um, and we restarted our Animal Crossing island from, 5 years ago, started all over. So that has been pretty addictive, actually. And I've had to drag myself away from that game because I could spend hours just, fishing and catching bugs and fun stuff. So here is the week of July 28th through August 3rd. I'm hoping to get caught up um, in this current week that we're in the next day or two. I might not film this. I might just plug it in just to get it done. I feel better when I'm, a little bit more current and not so behind. But I just have had a lot of projects that I want to work on lately that were not this. So, all right, folks, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you in the next video. Have a great night.